And now you're asking, all right, Willie, how in the world do I find an inverse? It was nice when you gave it to me, and I had to determine if they're inverses, but well, how do I find the inverse of a function? So let me walk you through a procedure that you must learn so we know how to find inverses of each other. So let's start with a function, f of x equals 7x minus 5. And again, what this function is telling us is I have an x, multiplying it by a 5, then taking away, multiplying it by a 7, then taking away a 5. That's what this function is doing. So the process to determine the inverse is, first I'm going to write it as y equals 7x minus 5. I just change the f of x to a y. Magically, I'm going to switch the x and y around, so it's x equals 7y minus 5. It's not really magic. It's procedure that you discover by practicing with these. And now I'm going to solve for y. Get y by itself. I'm with an x plus a 5 equals a 7y. Divide both sides by 7. So I have y equals x plus 5 all over 7. And that's the inverse of the original function, and I can denote that as f of negative 1, or the inverse of f of x equals x plus 5 all over 7. And if you remember what inverses do, it basically undoes what the original function did. And that's what this process did. It undid the original function. The original function was taking an x, multiplying it by 7, and subtracting 5. Well, my inverse is taking the function, adding 5, then dividing by 7. So do you see how I reversed course and undid what I did the first time? That's what an inverse function does. And this is the process to help us find inverse functions.